Hi, Claire Laughlin here with your Trust Tip of the Week. This week, we are going to talk about the foundation of trust, and that is sharing a little bit more of yourself. It's long been said that when you arrive to work, you should leave your personal life at the door, right? Well, thankfully, I'm hearing less of that now than I used to, but I think it's safe to say that most of us know that there's a line between professional life and personal lives, right? And we need to be conscious of that line. That said, I think there's an argument to be made about showing up more fully with a little bit more transparency, even at work. I think we ought to try to share a little bit more in order to build trust and to invite others to do the same. Because in essence, trust emerges when we truly see and understand each other. And the most foundational way to do that is to share openly and honestly. And frankly, that requires a little bit of personal vulnerability. So, where should you start? Just so you don't feel like I'm asking you to just start sharing all sorts of personal information. First, I would say start by sharing some of your hopes, your concerns, your feelings, and the rationale for why you do what you do. As leaders, sharing these thoughts can be so impactful. Think about it. What if you shared a little bit more about the why behind each decision that you made? I hear all the time that people are frustrated with their leaders because they don't understand why they are being asked to do what they do, or why the plan has changed, or why certain decisions have been made. So practice talking about why. That's an easy way to share a little bit more. Talk about why decisions are happening. Also, share your vision. That's important. And address concerns head on. Now, you may have read this in Jim Collins' book, Good to Great. He talks about something called the Stockdale Paradox. Basically, he coined the phrase the Stockdale Paradox after Admiral Jim Stockdale, who was held captive for 8 years during the Vietnam War. I'll encourage you to read the book for more details. It's a great read. Everyone should have read it, right? But in essence, it tells us that great leaders demonstrate their faith in the future while simultaneously confronting the hard truth of the present, right? Don't shy away from concerns or hard information, hard facts. Share your concerns. Ask about the concerns of others, but also remain positive and optimistic about the future. People have to feel that you're hopeful and realistic, okay? Finally, share a little bit about your feelings about things. I mean, if you're frustrated, just say, hey, I'm feeling frustrated, right? Or if you're excited, share that. Or if you're tired, share that. Even share things that are not part of work. Share a little bit about yourself personally, maybe about your family or your interests, or even your struggles. When you share, you make space for other people to share, and that's very important. It's that connection in that space of vulnerability that really builds trust. You can't expect your team to share much with you if you don't share anything with them. Remember that trust builds when we see and understand each other. So this week, I'm going to ask you to take a risk. Share a little bit more. Don't overwhelm people with stories about me, right? But just step a little bit into that transparency zone and let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear your comments. Share with me, okay? And remember that creating a happy, high energy, productive workplace happens when there's a strong foundation of trust and strong relationships that honor the needs of everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for listening. For more information about building a high-trust workplace, visit me at ClaireLaughlinOnline.com. Now, go be a trust builder.